Yo, hello. Someone said it's been a while since I did a stream, and I thought that is true. And here we are. Yeah, it's been how long since I did one? Maybe, I don't know, 7 days? A proper one? Yeah, about 7 days. 7 days since I did one. How's it going? Let's see how it goes. Do you know what? I've learned a lot of interesting things about how the TikTok algorithm interacts with the human energy system. And it's really true. There's a dog. Hello. There's a doggy. Is he friendly? Doesn't seem too friendly. Whoa! It's gonna bite me, the little bastard. Alright. I didn't even touch it. Dogs in Asia, they're not like Western dogs at all. You just gotta be careful. I didn't even do anything. I was like, hi, and he tried to bite me. That's the parasites in the dog that don't like me. Because animals have parasites as well. That's what that was. That's crazy, right? Like if a friendly dog just randomly decides it doesn't like you, it's because they're parasites. It's not the dog. It's the same with people. Amanda, hello. Red flag, how you doing? I'm good. Don't know what we'd do today in the stream. I don't know how long I'll stream for. I haven't streamed for like 7 days or something, so I figured I would do one. We're going to walk around and look at this light up place. Spa, body, foot. Loads of colourful stuff around here. I love this country. It's so colourful. So colourful. Well, at night time anyway. Even in the daytime, actually. But yeah, at night time, just very neon. I really appreciate that. In a city, I really appreciate when all the signs are like neon lights and everything's all cyberpunk. I love that. Really appreciate cyberpunk vibes. Right, check it out. But yeah, what's been going on with everybody else? How are we doing? Restaurants and shops and everything. It's fun to walk around these kinds of places at night and just see what's going on. You're in Asia when you've got people beckoning you from the side of the road to go for a massage. That's how you know you're in an Asian country, or a decent one. Hello, I don't know how to say your name, but yeah, Vietnam, bro. Do you know who Russ Read Your Eyes is? Nah, I don't. Why? Should I? What is he? What does he do? Who is he? Should I know him? What's interesting about Russ Reads Your Eyes? What does he read about your eyes? Is he an iridologist? Because that's an interesting way of reading someone's eyes. Iridology, definitely. Hi, Alexander. You're a 1-3 projector. Yeah, cool, man. Oh, are you a man? Yeah, you seem. I can just. So the profile pictures appear really small, but I think I was right in saying cool, man. Forgive me if I wasn't, but I think you are. Yeah, cool. Being a projector is fun. You can see what others can't. All your life you thought you were weird and different, and it turns out actually you're weird and different, but it's good. That's what the world needs, weird and different. But like awake and weird and different. Like grounded and coherent and able to express yourself, but weird and different. That's what the world needs, and that's what a projector is. Yeah, check out all the neon lights. I love it. I love this country. I do. This isn't even the best city in this country, but I wonder if I'll explore there again. I would love to go there again. I might do. He's a fruitarian as well. Oh, that's cool. I'm not a fruitarian though. Fruits are for cleaning. I don't. Okay, so the definition of fruitarian is somebody who eats exclusively fruit. I don't do that. After going to plenty of pace, which city is the best in Asia? Okay, the best big city I've ever been to is Saigon in Vietnam, which is in this country. So I can go there if I want. I might, because I love it. Or Chiang Mai, Thailand. But Chiang Mai, Thailand doesn't have... Chiang Mai doesn't have... Oh look, it's chickens. Yeah, Chiang Mai doesn't have... So like walking around Chiang Mai and doing a live stream, it doesn't feel the same as it does like somewhere like this. Like in Chiang Mai, I don't think, or I very rarely did live streams. And that's because Chiang Mai just feels like home to me. But this is like the theme park. You know when you go to a theme park and you just want to look at all the stuff? That's what this is. You say you hate your life, what do? You can clean your body, that's a really good start. Because it gives you a sense of direction. So if you don't know what you're doing in life, usually, if you're male, it's because you don't have a sense of direction. Or that works for females too, but usually if you're male, it's because you don't have a sense of direction. So if you give yourself a purpose and a reason to get up, like an objective, but like a decent one that's actually going to really benefit your life, something that you'll actually do and something that you'll actually enjoy doing, then that will, even if you're not enjoying other aspects of your life, you have that thing. You need that thing that gets you out of bed. You need like a reason to get up. Even honestly, even if it's like, well, I was going to say, even if it's like playing a certain computer game, like sometimes, or there have been periods in my life where the reason I got out of bed was to keep playing the game I played for 12 hours the previous day. Sometimes that's what gets me out of bed. So you just need a reason to get out of bed. If you don't have that, then you're going to tend to drift towards feeling lost. And so you really do need the sense of direction. This place is so nice. I came here before, but I never explored it properly. But I'm a lot more, my nervous system has done more healing since then, so I can explore more in a slower way. I can explore more slowly. Nervous system healing is real. And the more you heal your nervous system, the more you can take in and pay attention to your own life. So that's why, okay, so if you've ever tried to do meditation and have never, you know how like some people will say, oh, I know what the solution to your problem is. You just need to meditate. And then you sit down to do it and your body won't sit still. It's all jerky. And when you sit down to do it, you think, well, how could this even be possible? Many people are like that. And the only people, and I say the only people, but lots of the people who believe that meditation is the cure for everything have never really had serious problems. They've always been able to sit still. They've always been able to be a bit comfy. Do you know what I mean? But if you've lived a difficult life, then you've got to do some serious cleaning to get your nervous system to relax. Because there's emotions in your body. And it's the water during the detox that will rehydrate you and get those emotions to express, and so they can leave, and that heals your nervous system. Would I go to New York? Yeah, probably. Why not? I'm into it. This place is great, honestly. I'm really into this. This country in general is actually really great. Even though earlier there was like a parade of police or something on the beach, and they were firing machine guns. I don't know what that was about. They were there for hours, and then I just had loads and loads of gunfire. Like they were unloading machine gun clips, and I don't know what that was about. But the vibe was really weird. It was like just chilling in beachland, walking along the beach, and then all the police were They were doing some sort of parade or something, but just to hear all those gunshots, I don't know, like, it's not it's a very, like, the juxtaposition of the vibes between the chill beach and the police doing that was really interesting. Why Chiang Mai? What's good about it? Bro, when you go to Chiang Mai, if you go to Chiang Mai is like, Chiang Mai, okay, out of everywhere I've been in the world, Chiang Mai feels the most like home to me. It just does. The locals make you feel like you live there. And that's because you do, like, when I was there, I lived there. But the locals make you feel like that. You know how in a lot of places you go to and the locals kind of treat you like there's like the energy of like you're the tourist and they're the local, or you're the foreigner and they're the local. In Chiang Mai, it's not like that. In Chiang Mai, it's just like we all live here kind of thing. It's just, and that's just one of the reasons. There are so many, like, there's a vibe of Chiang Mai that is not like anywhere else. I think it's voted, or it's classified as the second safest city in the world. Like, nothing bad happens in Chiang Mai. It's just awesome. It's just one of those places that's just awesome all the time. Every night, there's a party. There's like techno clubs and like people, like tourists from, there's a lot of English tourists there in the old city. But every night there's a party in Chiang Mai. And it's just like such a chill place. It doesn't feel like, so it's the same, you know, if you're a projector, you don't go at the same pace as the rest of the world. And Chiang Mai doesn't go at the same pace as the rest of the world. So it's like a projector place. It's really cool. You're in Chiang Mai right now. You feel what I feel. It's too quiet sometimes. Too quiet. Bro, you're in the wrong bit. Like, if you go, where are you where Chiang Mai is too quiet? Like, I get that. It's very chill, but there's like nightclubs that are open 24 hours and stuff. Sounds like it has a nice breeze. Oh, can you hear it? I don't really feel a breeze, to be honest. It does have coconut trees everywhere. They're not coconut palms, but there are coconut palms everywhere. I've never seen so many coconut palms in one place. You have something to show me, a video? Yeah, you can just message me. How do you stop to feel lost when you don't have anything for motivation? Well, if you're in that state, it's your body recalibrating. So just trust that you're going to see what you need to see when you need to see it, and your purpose or your reason for being will be revealed when it needs to be revealed. You just got to let the process play out. Sometimes you need to reconfigure your nervous system from whatever it is you've been experiencing. That can take a lot of time. You've got to be patient with yourself. What's that? Food or beer? No, I'm okay, thank you. Thanks. The guy stood at a restaurant, he came up to me, he said food, beer, but he was like really shady about it. Like as if it was like illicit substance or something. He was like real close to me, really quiet, like food, beer. Like he was trying to sell me something that he shouldn't. Hello, where are you? I am right here. I'm by the tree. Come and meet me. Wandering around places can be it. Yeah, that's what I do. Hello, Koji. Is water from markets good, or any type of water? No, coconut water is what you want, or fruit juice. Coconut water, honestly, is the best. I feel weird now if I don't live somewhere. So I went to a couple of places where there weren't too many fresh coconuts, and I got dehydrated. But here, there are coconuts everywhere, and I'm hydrating again. It's mad. It's like the country you live in determines your state of being, kind of. Or say kind of, it is a direct reflection of your state of being. But say if you go to like Australia, like I did, then I dehydrated myself there a little bit and ate some, I guess, less than healthy food, just because that was the environment I was in. This is such a cool place. This city is awesome. So this is two major cities I've visited in Vietnam, and they're both awesome. The other one is better than this one. This one is still very nice though. This one has a beach, which the other one does not. So they can be equal if you. So basically, in Saigon, which is Ho Chi Minh, in the daytime, there's no beach. So here, literally 2 roads along, there's like a 2 mile long beach, 3 mile long beach, and it's pure blue water, like golden sand. It's like a perfect beach, and it's like 2 or 3 miles long. So that makes this city. It gives this city some points in that department. So you could say that they're equal. But Saigon just has a cooler vibe. Let's go back this way. It seems to be more residential over there. Your nervous system is everywhere. Yeah, you just got to clean your body. Right, let's go across the road. Let's go see the other side of the road. Ooh. Crossing roads in Vietnam is the thing. The scooter people and the cars, they already know to slow down for people, because to cross the road in this country, it's just like it's just like a free-for-all, and you just walk out in front of cars, and you got to trust that they'll stop, and they do. In other countries, they'll beep at you, or they won't take too kindly to it. But here, it's normal. Here, it's normal to like walk out in traffic. Basically, nowhere else have I been where it's like that. Every country's got its like little quirks. I've noticed that like every country has. It's like stepping into a parallel universe. Every country. Am I transitioning to fruitarian? I mean, we're all doing that. Everyone is transitioning to fruitarian, really. But I'm high fruit, high liquid, but I eat some of the transition foods at the moment still. And it works really well for me based on my lifestyle. What's my go-to place in Chiang Mai? Well, what do you mean? Like, it depends what you like to do. Like, what do I do in Chiang Mai? I just walk around and go in the temples. Like, I say, okay, I'll give you a rundown of my day in Chiang Mai. They're making banh mi. Those banh mi stands are everywhere. But yeah, I'll give you a rundown of like a day in Chiang Mai for me. Wake up, have a juice, maybe play some Rocket League for half an hour. This is like if you live there for an hour, like half an hour or an hour. Have a shower, and then go to the fruit market, the big market, get a big bag of mangoes, and then stroll around the old city at about 2 miles per hour, going into temples and eating mangoes. And then for me, I'll make videos. I'll make some videos, and then I'd go to the fruit market again sometimes, just stroll along, get more, and have a lot of coconuts while I'm doing all this, because there's people selling coconuts everywhere, and people like grilling bananas on the side of the road and stuff. And then just whatever you could like there's a lot of things that are legal there. And again, I don't really do that, but it's an option, and it's just a beautiful place to be. And then at night time, honestly, Chiang Mai is one of the very few places where I can just walk around for hours and hours and hours and be completely content. Chiang Mai is just like that. And like, if you watch my videos, you know I'm a walker anyway, but Chiang Mai, I'll just do it. I'll just walk aimlessly. And to be fair, here, I'm doing that as well. What's that? Christian. So this is a Christian country. Well, I say it's a Christian country. It's got a lot of Christian churches, Christian buildings, which Thailand doesn't have at all. Thailand is purely Buddhist. And then Indonesia or Bali is purely Hindu. But here, it's like mostly Christian. Yeah, interesting. In Turkey, I will never go there again. Yeah, they nearly dragged. Yeah, Turkey is not for me, man. I don't like that that kind of vibe. I'm into Asia. Like I bet South America is amazing as well, but I just don't know if it can beat like Thailand and Vietnam. If you're going to visit somewhere, I highly recommend Thailand or Vietnam. They're just fantastic. You just feel like that everything's completely right with the world when you're in one of these two countries. Everything is completely as it should be. And I've only felt that in these two countries. Do I ever drink water? Well, coconut water, but never plain water. Water is very precious. If you eat a potato and want it to taste really good, how do you eat it? Well, I'd bake it, definitely. I like baked potatoes the best. So I'd bake them, and then I would put some spices or whatever flavors I wanted on them, or a bit of sauce or something. To be fair, I'm off sauce. I haven't had sauce in a long time. But some spices, whatever, just whatever flavors I wanted. Maybe some chilies, fresh chilies. Cool. They've got butterflies. This is a really nice city, honestly. Look how much greenery there is around. So some cities like Tokyo and other, like, there are certain cities that just don't have it. But there's green everywhere. Look, it's just like this city isn't destroying the nature. It's in symbiosis with the nature. It's perfect. You do need a balance of the modern world and nature. You absolutely need a balance. And then a lot of people will say, no, you don't need the modern world. And, you know, like you do, kind of. Your consciousness is, you were born in the modern world. Imagine going to live on a remote island without any technology, just a coconut tree and a deck chair. How quickly, like you say, it'd be lovely probably for a week, but how quickly would you want to check your Instagram? Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't take long for you to miss that. You do need a balance. Look at that, big egg. Wow. So a lot of those places I don't like. So they have all these fish in tanks. This is really common in this country, by the way. This is like Vietnamese, like, tradition or something. And they have fish in tanks, and people go in there and they're like, oh, I'll have that one. And then they cook it, they get it out of the tank, and it's like barbaric. But that's normal here, apparently. Rural NC, hard to find healthy foods. Where? NC? Where's NC? Tell me about NC. Wow, look at this. This is such a great place. Da Nang, yeah, that is right. I might just live here. Why not? Why not? There's people partying at the top of that. There's like a disco light at the top of that. This is a cool place. I don't necessarily party that much myself, but I like it when everyone's partying, because party people are the happiest people. When you're partying, that's when you're the happiest. Want to do what you do and travel and see everything? Then do it. It's honestly easier than you would think. A lot of people say, like, oh, like, so the consensus I get from a lot of people is that like, people that have never traveled, is that they think it's somehow difficult, or that you have to get loads of paperwork or something. You can just turn up to a country like this. I just turned up here, and then I got to the airport, went through the immigration, and I was like, oh, do I need a visa? And they were like, nah, you can just go in. And I was like, oh, they just put a stamp on your passport, and there you go, you're in the country. It's like, you don't have to, it's not hard. Really enjoyed the pyramids videos and the elites. Cool. I love making videos like that, like esoteric stuff. So really fun when I see people enjoying them. I'm just going to stop here for a moment. Ah, someone left me a glass of wine. How thoughtful. I'm kidding. What is this? Screen golf? Oh, it's like virtual golf. That seems fun. Let's just stop here for a moment so I can recalibrate. I've just eaten, so I just need to do my breathing for a second, and then we'll walk. I've got a lot of energy though, so I don't feel the need to stop for long. What about Africa? Yeah, I've been there as well. I don't really vibe with it. Cool if you do, not for me. I went to Morocco. Have I ever been to Albania? I have not. Hold on, let me just do some breathing. 1 sec. I know that sounds all funny, but it's true. What do you mean you need to do some breathing? You weren't breathing, but like, not properly. How about spring water, not bottled? Well, if you can get it from a fresh spring. But what even is a spring if the land is tightened? Like, you know, when people are like, oh, I've got this mountain water. It's like, well, that's just the bodily fluids of the petrified titan. You'd be lost without the internet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need a balance. Imagine living without the internet now that you've had it. It's just, but you know, in about 10 years' time, people are going to be saying that about AI. People are going to be saying, oh, imagine living without AI now that we have it. I guarantee it's going to be like that. Paradise. You know what? In terms of like the modern world, this is pretty much like, I don't drink or go to restaurants or anything, but like in terms of like the modern world, this is pretty great. Like if we're going to talk about the Matrix, this is all right. Like this is the Matrix done properly. Maybe this is the Matrix seducing me, but this is the Matrix done properly. What's in here? Do you want to go and look in here? I don't even know what this is. I've never seen it. I didn't explore this city last time I was here properly, or at all really. So that's what we're doing now. You need a soccer ball named Wilson. What's the foot for? What foot? Oh, those foot signs, they're for massages. Do I pay attention to phytic acid in foods? Not really. I just get, so if I'm going to buy bread, I'll get like 4 ingredients. You know, it's just like flour, water, salt, yeast. If I'm going to do that, I won't get one with like a big list of ingredients. So in a sense, yeah, I do. And I don't want acids in my body. And so if I am going to eat bread, it will be with like a big avocado, loads of cucumber, loads of vegetables. It will be like a highly alkaline meal. Because the last thing I want is loads of acid in my body. I love the happy mangoes, look. No, you can't really see, but they're really... No, you can't really see, but they're really happy. What sauce can you use for your potatoes? Just anything without fat in it, really. If you're doing a cleanse and a transition, you want to go 0 fat. Once you're cleaner, then you can start experimenting with like avocados, coconuts and that kind of thing to see how they affect you. And even then, they're very gammy, like not very, but they're very high in fat, and it's way easier on the body to digest carbohydrates. Oh, the ether energy. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's very real. You can reconnect to that. Clean your body and it will reconnect you to the ether.
All right, we got swimming. Let's go back.
What is that, by the way? How does that work? What does it do? The first aero bar in Vietnam. What does it do? Interesting. It looks intense though, whatever it does, whatever it is. Oh yeah, it's got loads of seats on it. I assume it's a ride that spins around really fast and goes up really high. Well, not really high, but quite high. Oh, that's one of those things that doesn't have seat belts on it, and it... No, that's probably... You know what? That's really good. That's probably really good for your digestive system. Honestly. Morocco is full of black magic. Yeah, it's got a vibe about it, that's for sure. Ask you to join. I prefer to do my streams like this, to be fair. It's been a while since I streamed. I was doing them every single day. And then I took a break from them. And I guess this is my first one in about a week now. And even then, so my stream started feeling like, to me, I'll be honest, that I'm saying the same thing every time. And I don't like saying the same thing every time. Like, I don't like saying something I've said before, ever, really. Like, the only thing you'll hear me repeat on a loop is clean your body and get your Atlas in. But everything else, so I like all of my TikToks to be different. So sometimes I'm scrolling through TikTok and there'll be a creator pop up and say, hey, just say the same thing that you said before. Just say the same thing that you said already. Go to your highest viewed TikTok. What is going on over there? Oh, it's fireworks. Alright, cool, fireworks. But yeah, I just don't like to repeat myself, basically. Except when it comes to cleaning your body and getting your Atlas in. But that is the holy grail, so I'm going to say that all the time. But in terms of my other videos, I never like to repeat myself. That's why I hope that when a video pops up from me, you know I'm going to say something that you've never heard me say before. I really appreciate that in other creators. I don't like to see a new video from them and it's like, oh, he said that already. Because then you kind of get, like, I want to always have a new thing to say. And apparently I do always have something new to say. What is going on? This is all the police. There's like a police parade. Should we go see what it is? They're setting off like flashbangs or something. Fireworks or something. What's the weather like there? Same as it was last time I was here. It's just hot. Like there'll be no jacket wearing whatsoever. It's like hot and sunny, like 35 degrees Celsius, which is like perfect. As soon as I got off the plane, I was like, oh yeah. Like, it was so much nicer. Even in Bali, it was like 27, and that's a bit too cold for me. I need it to be like, I say I need it, but like I'm most comfortable when it's 30 plus. Hello, Leponin. Hello. Invite you to join, you won't regret. To be honest, a lot of the reason that I do these streams is to have a consistent stream of consciousness and talk, which is pretty much the whole thing. And that's not self-indulgence. It serves a purpose for me because there's sometimes I need to just continuously offload energy because I have a lot of energy in my body based on what I've been consuming. And so instead of just offloading it randomly, I'll come and do a stream. And so it's a win-win for everyone because people like to ask questions and get advice about certain stuff, and we can walk around and look at cool places because I know how fun it is to watch travel videos because I used to do it all the time. Did I save money before I went wandering around? No, I just went for it. And I knew it would be okay. You got to check with your body. So if you want to do something, be like, right, I'm going to travel here. Check with your body. If your body feels relaxed about the idea. So if your body's relaxed about something, it's because your body knows it's going to be okay. And your body doesn't live in the same linear time world and dimension that you do, basically. It knows things that you do not. So if you need to get clarity on something, check with your body. Like a guy popped up on my FYP earlier and said that he quit his job and has his mortgage to pay next week. And he said his body feels okay about it. He said he feels weirdly chill about it. So I left him a comment and I said, well, that's your body telling you that it knows that everything's going to be fine. And that's because it's true. That's how your body talks to you in feelings. Purchased lots of fruits and cucumbers. Cool. Yeah, I just had a cucumber. It was good. You gotta be a bit more selective with the produce in Asian countries. What's going on over there? They're like shooting machine guns over there. Do I want to go that way? That's literally the noise. They're shooting guns. Why are they shooting guns? What is happening? It sounds like a war zone. It's like a nightclub, and then there's over there they're shooting machine guns. It's just, it's just like, well, it's like a beach club. Been juicing straight 3 hours. Going to juice some more. Kind of takes time, but won't need to juice tomorrow. Yeah, cool. I used to do it. So when I was doing my juice fast, I used to just make them until my most recent one. Then I was just juicing all day. But I used to just make them at the start of the day and have them for the whole day like that. Scroll up for missed comments. I didn't miss any comments, bro. I just don't want to accept anyone else into the stream right now. Whoa. What is going on over there? We have to look at this, don't we? There's like, we have to see what this is. Even though the noises are very intense and my body's like, they're like shooting guns. There's literally like machine guns. There's fire and everything. All right, let's go see what this is. Be courageous. I am being courageous. I'm walking towards machine guns. Is a normal sauna or infrared sauna healthy for our body? Yeah, it'll get you sweating. Sweating's good. It's one of the ways your body detoxes itself. What is happening? There's like stands and audience and all sorts, and the music. If you choose to interact with you, you'll be glad we did. Yeah, I'm okay, honestly. Like, I don't want to share the stream right now, but look, there's like rings of fire. Can I get near it? Can I go this way? Right, we need to see what that is. It's imperative that we see what's going on here. You're getting your Atlas in a couple of days. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad for that. So many people have gotten their Atlas in lately that I've heard. I've had loads of messages from people. And even from Atlas people. Like, I spoke to the guy who did my Atlas. I'm going to have to shout a little bit because it's really loud over here. If it gets too... I just want to see what it is and then we'll turn around. I'm going to point the camera over this fence and we'll be able to see what it is. There's like rings of fire, a huge audience, like stands of people. They set these stands up earlier today. And all I can hear is machine guns. What is happening? I want to know what's happening. Oh, they are actually shooting machine guns. Like, I just saw, I don't know if you can see because it's so bright. But they're letting off grenades and there's rings of fire, there's drones flying, there's smoke, and there's guys on metal things shooting machine guns. And there's like stands of people watching. You want to try out kickboxing, but you're worried about knocking your Atlas out of alignment. I wouldn't worry about it. Just go easy when you're doing clinch stuff. Because when you're doing a clinch, you pull on the back of your opponent's head like really hard. So when you're doing that, just say to the guy that you're doing it with, wow, there's loads of them with guns. Just say to the guy that you're training with that you've got your Atlas in and you have a sensitive area there. Just say that. And again, if you've had your Atlas in for a while, it's impossible to knock it back out. It's literally impossible, but what's going on here? This is crazy. Love your live streams, thank you. So do I, apparently. Like, I didn't even know if this was going to be a good one, but I always when it's a good one, I always come across something interesting. What's this? Coconut.
Đồng chí chỉ huy lệnh cho toàn bộ lực lượng đánh bắt rút quân, đồng thời lệnh cho chiến sĩ cảnh sát đặc nhiệm tiến hành kích nổ phá hủy căn nhà.
Who knows what's going on here? We don't know. Wow, that's crazy, bro. Did you see that properly? It's like a giant explosion. Wow. I'm going to back up. I don't know what these lot are doing. Be courageous and respect your interests. I have a lot of respect for your interests, but please respect when I say that, dude, if you join this live stream right now, how am I going to focus on what you're saying, on what's happening here, and the other comments? How is that even going to be a thing? Like, it's just not feasible right now for my energy, for like my energy to be stretched any further. Who knows what's going on here? Oh, they're bringing out rings of fire. Okay, cool. But they're bringing out rings of fire. It looks like I got it just in time. Yeah, it's like legit SAS looking police. They're like super police. They're like super police. Wow. Wow. What is happening? They've all got assault rifles. It's kind of sketching me out, honestly. They're legit shooting assault rifles. They're like super police. And they just all started walking this way. There's loads of them. There's about 50 of them with assault rifles. My body's like, right, we're going to walk away from that now. Which is cool. We're going to walk away. I have grenade smoke in my face. And it's like quite acidic. Let's move away from that and go back to the casual conversation. That was cool though. There's fire engines and stuff. Anyway, that was cool. Do you know your numerology life path? Yeah, I think it's 9, but I'm not really into the life path. Oh, I say I'm not really into it. I respect it. I know it's real. I just don't know much about it. Crazy. Who knows what's going on over there? I don't know what the purpose of this is at all. Look at this thing. My stream is helpful. You can ask questions which aren't worth a DM. You can still DM me though. I'll still answer you. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days. It depends what I'm doing. Do I engage in any activities? Is this not an activity? This feels very activity-ish. This is activities. What more do you want? So if you have kids and you take them out to go and see police and rings of fire and shooting machine guns, and then they're like, what are we going to do for fun? I'm not saying that you're my kids, but do you know what I mean? It's like, I just use that as an analogy. But it's just like, is this not good enough for you? To be honest, loses its charm when often repeated. Yeah, that's why I don't repeat myself, really. Only with cleaning your body, getting you out of the sin. Everything else, like I said, I want it to be, or I try and ensure that it's a new thing. Bro in GTA. Do not go over there. Well, sorry, I'm 50 messages behind, so I'm going to catch up with them now. So I walked away from it. Are you not scared of someone? No. Really, Citrus will do that. Citrus is powerful, yes. Or are you talking about something else? Someone called Citrus. Citrus is powerful anyway. Your throat feels sore on transition. Yes, acids being poured out and then they sit in your throat. Coconut water will pull them out, and so will eating certain fruits. What is going on over there? That is wild. Anyway, we made it. We survived. We survived. Do I read the chat? Yeah, I read every comment. I don't respond to every comment, but I respond to most of them. That's why I'm 45 messages behind. You're enjoying the stream. What is going on? You know what? I wish I knew. It's just a wild place to be. It's a Friday night. No, it isn't. It's a Thursday night. This is just a normal day. So what I love about Asia, and you don't get this in Western places really, is that this will look like this at like 2 a.m. Like it will. Like it won't. People don't have bedtimes here. People just stay up all night. Like in Thailand, you'll go to a night market and there'll be like 1,000 people there at 4 a.m, just like shopping or eating their dinner. Western countries aren't like that. They're a bit more routine. Here it's a bit more. Here it's just more freedom, definitely. Way more. In many ways. There's certain things in the West that you feel more free doing than here, but here it just feels more free to me. What in the world is going on there? Yeah, just pandemonium. Yeah, juices from concentrate, you want to avoid those because it's just tap water with juice concentrate added to it. If you're going to buy pasteurized or packaged juice, make sure you get the 100% cold pressed juice. Or no, just 100% pressed juice. It doesn't even need to be cold pressed. Cold pressed just means it wasn't heat treated or pasteurized. In the beginning of cleansing, pasteurized is better because it takes longer to ferment. And fermentation is not what you want in your body. Don't really know where I'm going. We're just walking over here because I saw some colourful lights and I was like, cool, let's go look at them. Sorry, 35 messages behind. I am catching up with them. What is going on there? You tell me, mate. Be safe. I'm safe. I'm inherently safe. I wouldn't have been allowed to walk near that if it was going to hurt me. I wouldn't have been allowed near it. There would have been so many divine interventions to stop me going near that if it could have hurt me. What's this? A beach club? Yeah. So this beach, like I said, is like 2-3 miles long, and it's just beach clubs, parties, and DJs all the way along it there. And they're really nice. Like I said, this is a nice beach with like pure, perfect golden sand and clear blue water. It's like a really nice tropical coconut trees. Look, are they? Yeah, they're coconut palms. There's coconuts there. Coconut palms everywhere. Look, they're coconuts, all along there. These are all coconut palms, and they've all got coconuts on them. Each one of these palms has like 40 coconuts on some of them. They grow in big bunches. That's how abundantly coconuts grow. That's why they're so inexpensive. Here, anyway, they're like $1 here for a coconut. What's going on there? Another one, another beach club. Look how many coconuts are on the palm. Loads. What's happening? Why? Yeah, you tell me again. Is it a show? Yeah, I think so. But it didn't feel like it. Like when those police were walking, they didn't feel like they just, it looked like real almost. But it's obviously a show because there were like stands of people there and stuff. But it just, don't know, it's just interesting. I feel a bit sick now from inhaling that smoke. That was like smoke from explosives and grenades. I feel a bit sick. I actually feel quite sick from doing that. But that's okay. What country is this? This is Vietnam. You know, the cleaner your body is, the more responsible you have to be with what your body is exposed to. Like just sitting in those stands among all that smoke can't be good for you. 100% active. All my lives are like this, or almost all of them. They're usually in a different city as well. I remember I did like 5 lives in 5 days in 5 different cities. Just walking around, exploring. Every time I go to a new place, I like to do a live. This place is so cool. Look, there's like disco lights. Well, I don't even know where they're coming from. Finally, you live, or you live. I'm alive. Yeah, like I said, I haven't done one for a while. I figured it was time. People were messaging me like, hey, you haven't done a live. Are you okay? So yeah, just only do them if I feel like it's going to be good. It's like if I don't feel like I'm going to be able to say anything or that I've got nothing to say. If I do a live every day, I tend to say the same stuff over and over, like I said. Like I've already said this. So it's got to be fun. Fun times. Just like that. That was so cool. Go back to England. You have habit judging cultures. I judge the English culture as well. So what difference does it make? Cultures are just made up. And borders are just made up as well. Citrus and watermelon is what Leponin in the chat said he was juicing. Oh yeah, so that's a good thing. So watermelon's really hydrating, and then citrus like pulls toxins out. So it's a really good. Orange and watermelon are 2 of my favorites. Orange is really powerful. Look at this place. Fresh juices, amazing. The fruit in Vietnam is better than I've had anywhere in the world. Out of all the countries I've been to, the fruit in this country is leagues above anywhere else. Even Thailand. Like the fruit here is A+++. Do you think the veil is thinning nowadays? Yeah, of course. There's obviously a mass raising of consciousness. Just look at the consciousness of your parents' generation versus our generation. Or the generation, so like the Gen Z, the people that are like 22 years old, those lot are really conscious. They're really, really conscious. They're way more conscious than the generation before, which is the generation that I'm part of. Or, yeah. This body is 34, so that generation. It's really cool though, because you walked away from the machine gun activity and the whole scenario changed fast. Yeah, to be fair, the smoke it didn't take long for that smoke to make me a bit uncomfortable as well. They were letting off grenades. What year was I born? Well, I wasn't born, but this body was born in 1992. Can you answer a question you have about eating meat? Yeah, of course, just ask. You love how I go from place to place. Yeah, same. Although, it would be nice to chill somewhere for a bit. A lot of the reason I'm going from place to place is to heal my nervous system. Travel will do that for you. It will do that for you. Am I neurodivergent? That just means that I have a certain level. Neurodivergent just means that you're not completely overtaken by parasites. That's all it is. The only reason you would be neurotypical, quote unquote, is because you're part of the hive mind. So as you cleanse yourself, even if you are neurotypical and then you cleanse yourself, you will become what they call neurodivergent. It just means that you are yourself and there's no one else like you, because every human being is completely unique. So that's what they call neurodivergent, which in reality is just being yourself. You don't know about females, but it seems safe to walk around. Yeah, it feels like it here. Really safe. Chiang Mai's like that as well. Chiang Mai is just like... Anywhere, Asia, like, people don't steal. Like, I could probably leave my bag. Hello, mate. Hello. I could probably leave my bag on that table, walk away for an hour and come back and it will still be there. Or someone would have handed it in. Well, hello. Do you want to be my friend? No. So that's another thing about Asia. Most of the dogs that you see on the street are nervous around people. Cool. That's pretty cool. Is eating meat bad because of how the animals are treated? Yeah. Yes, exactly. The only time when the white man says borders don't exist is when he's owning another man's land. Bro, there isn't, like, I don't even want to go into that. Sensitive sore teeth when you're eating sugar, jam just there on the transition. Should you do something? So sensitive teeth passes as you keep cleaning. So tooth decay comes from having acids in your body, not from sugar. So if you cleanse those acids out, then your teeth will naturally clean and heal themselves. People don't realize this, but oranges and orange juice actually clean your teeth. Just keep cleaning and your teeth will naturally get healthier. True Immortal, you've been speaking to your spirit and you've been helping me with the diet. That's cool. Glad you are resonating. Gen Z, yeah, exactly. This is, sorry, I'm 27 messages behind. This is the life and time and generation we rediscover automality. Automality? Immortality. Of course it is. Yes, it is. You just got to do the work, though. It's not just going to be given to us. We have to build it. And it's like true commitment to the process. This is the light. Someone says I look older than my age. I don't. What? I look older than 34. I would say that most people are going to disagree with that. I've never heard anyone say that, ever. People always say I look younger than my age. Oh. Why did I leave Bali? I just don't like it as much as I like this. The energy there is different. I like this energy more. What are you still doing in demon territory? I'm not. You know, everywhere has demons, but there's certain places that just have more of it. Like, at least here there aren't temples and stuff built to worship demons. And so many, I got loads of, like, well, I say loads, I got a few hateful messages from people throwing insults at me because of what I noticed about the temples in Bali. But that just showed me that I was like, if you get hateful messages, it shows that you're triggering those that hate. Do you know what I mean? So I'd never get hateful messages, but I said that some of the temples around Bali were demon worship, or all of the temples, or most of them, because they are. And again, it's not the people. So let me explain. It's not the people. So the people will say, if you Google why are there demon statues everywhere in Bali, it will have the human given explanation. But that's just because parasites convince you to do stuff and then they make it sound like it was your idea. So it's the parasites that are worshipping those demons. It's not the people. Don't get me wrong, I'm not insulting any people. But I wasn't insulting anyone anyway. I was just stating my observations. I was just observing. That's obviously what it is. There are statues of demons everywhere on that island, everywhere. You don't build statues all over a place of things that aren't good in your view. You're only going to build statues of things that you think are worth building statues of. I saw very, very, very few angelic statues, if any. It was all demon statues. Why are all these chats in a different language? I don't know, to be honest. That doesn't normally happen. Is that a stray dog? Yeah, you see them all the time in Asia. The locals usually put collars on them and stuff, but they don't belong to anyone. Telepathic communication and how it works. It's hard to explain how telepathy works unless you've experienced it. But basically, it's talking without talking. It's communicating. So it's communicating without using language. And so it's like beaming a concept into someone's mind. So if you've ever done certain medicines with friends, then you'll know about that. But Terence McKenna calls language, or used to call language, primitive telepathy. And it's because if you have a concept or an idea in your head and you want to put it in my head, you use language to articulate that concept that you have in your mind. And then depending on how good you are with language and how receptive the other person is, will determine how well that they can reconstruct that idea or concept in their mind based on the language you gave them. And that's what Terence McKenna used to call primitive telepathy. When teeth hurt, it is body telling to stop eating. Yeah, to be fair, it does sound exactly like if that happens to me, and it has done during the detox process a couple of times, I do just stop eating. Or I just move it to the other side of my mouth. But probably you should stop eating and just wait a minute and then continue. Yeah, you're immortal, but you do have to earn it in the sense that you have to restore your body. So it's not that you have to earn it, it's just that you have to make sure that you realize it. Bro looks like he's 20, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. You should have seen what I looked. So the way I looked before I started. So the way I looked when I was 29, yeah, I looked older than my age. But now, I definitely look younger. There's another dog here, but this is Asia. So they're always just weird. Like, dogs are usually so cool. That one's limping. Did you see him limp? Dogs are usually so cool, but around Asia, they're just always, like, really skittish. Hello there, Nina. Yeah, 34, you look 25. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's nice to know you're back in Vietnam. Yeah, there's coconuts, abundant coconuts, and abundant sugarcane juice, which is like, so for a big cup of sugarcane juice, it's 15,000 Vietnamese dong, which is like 50p, like half a pound, 75 cents American, for a big cup of sugarcane juice, freshly squeezed out of the cane on the side of the road everywhere. They're like on the corner of every street. There's one there. Oh, that's not a sugarcane one, but they're everywhere. They are everywhere. Why did I walk to this bit? There's one. Look, sugarcane on that sign. You can't see it, but that's what it is. Sugarcane, orange, and coconut there. Those Bali Demon Temple messages were a lot. But they weren't. They were just... I was just showing you. It's just obvious, isn't it? If you go to an island and say, why do you have statues of demons everywhere? And then the person goes, oh, so we have statues of demons everywhere because it protects us from demons. And then you're like, oh, okay, that's the tradition. Most people won't question that because they're like, well, this is what the locals said, so that's how it is. But if you just use your own perception, why are there statues of demons everywhere? And it's because parasites have convinced humans to build statues of demons because the parasites worship those demons, and because places like that have more parasites than other places, for lack of a better term to put it, then they're gonna have more of an impact on what gets built around the area. And that's what I was pointing out. But people took that as an insult. I wasn't insulting anyone. I was just stating my observations. It's two very different things. I got some insulting messages. Someone messaged me and said I'm a fucking moron, were the exact words. Or someone called me a GMO something, like really nasty. And then someone else called me something else. And I never get messages like that. But it's because I triggered. You got to think about this. Who is going to send me a hateful message with loads of swear words, shouting and calling me names? Is that going to be a human being or is that going to be a parasite? So I triggered those entities, like some of those entities with that. That's all it is. So it shows that, it just goes to show that I was right. And it's not about being right, it's just about stating my observation. But it is true as well. Like, you don't build statues like that. You don't build statues like that unless you like the beings, unless you're paying reverence to those beings when you build a statue. If someone built a statue of me, I'd be like, wow, they must really like me. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if someone built a statue of you. You'd be like, wow, they must love me. No one's going to build a statue of you if they don't like you. It just won't happen. You love how I read every comment. What are animals in all of this matrix? Are they pure? Do I ever like this matrix is convoluted. Why do they use divine technology? Well, a lot of there's other ways to put it, but that is it is well, just use your own discernment. You already know the answer. Look at the chicken. Look at that. They make the chicken look all happy. Look at it. It's like a joke, isn't it? It's an absolute joke. Grand Rising from US. Yeah, hi. Welcome. Do you think we create our reality? Well, it's pre-written. You shift realities all the time. So listen to Bashar talk about reality shifting. That is pretty close to the truth, as far as I can tell. Beers and wine, they're not the worst thing in the world. At least they're fat-free. They're just made from fruits and wheat. Beer is wheat juice. Wine is grape juice. Wine is literally grape juice. It's literally grape juice. It's just fermented grape juice. And then beer is the same, but with wheat. And they add other stuff to beer. But you can get wine. There's like cider. It's just fermented apples, fermented pears. It's all just fermented fruit, mostly. Fermented plants. Even vodka is fermented. What do they ferment to get vodka and distill it? Something, some plant. They always hate when someone sees through the system. Yeah, they do. But that's okay. You ask as you drink a Guinness. Are they good entities that aid humans? Yeah. What do you think I'm trying to do? Good entity. What is an entity? What's the definition of an entity? Is a being. But are you asking if there are higher spiritual beings? Of course. You're never alone, by the way. You always have your guardians around you, and you're never alone. You've never been alone. Actually, like, it's earlier. There were like I was picturing the feeling of alone, and it's like it doesn't exist. You're never alone. It's never happened. Do I listen to Bashar? Yeah, Bashar's great. I don't listen to him often, but I used to a lot. And he is great. The three best people worth listening to online, in my opinion, or the ones that helped me the most as I was going through my awakening, are Bashar, Alan Watts, and Terence McKenna. I really got a lot out of listening to those three people. Oh, potatoes. Yeah, that's vodka, isn't it? Potatoes. Vodka. Yeah, potatoes. Hey, look at this. Look, this biology, petrified biology. Look. Look at that. This whole thing. Massive. Look, it goes way up. Whole building. Well, I see the whole building, but definitely up to there. Look. Look at that. After Bashar, Alan Watts, and Terence McKenna. Fantastic speakers. Amazing to listen to. All geniuses in their own way. Well, Bashar doesn't even feel genius to me. Bashar's like something else. Bashar is interesting. Anyway, let's put it that way. Do you know what is interesting? Bashar, Daryl Anchor, however you pronounce his name, channels an entity known as Bashar, and Bashar claims that they are a multi-group consciousness from a place called Esasani, and they are communicating with us to help raise our consciousness through the channel that is Daryl. And he sits and does this breathing exercise, and then Bashar comes through. And that sounds like bullshit. But the stuff he says is not. And he delivers without hesitation, without thinking about it, without anything. Like, just he delivers profound spiritual truth to anyone who asks. And that's proof of real knowledge. So Bashar is fantastic. Marble. That's not marble. That's petrified flesh of titans and dragons. I guess that's what they call marble, but this is petrified flesh. Look, you can see that that's what it is. It's just no one ever said it to you before, so you just think it's marble. What do you think marble is? The land we live on, all the mountains and all of the... oh, wow. Hello. What a cool dog. Little puppy. Oh no. What are you doing? Oh, she loves him. That's okay. Pick him up like that. I guess that's how the mother picks him up, but it still looks weird. Bashar is authentic, yeah. Bashar is very real, very profound speaker. But, like, aren't the people that use divine technology use it for divine purposes? Yeah, if they're divine beings. Only, like, a divine being can use demonic things for divine purposes. It's all about your intention. Why do you say petrified flesh? Well, I just say it how it is, bro. That's just what that is. It's just like, why do I say that that's a hotel? It just is. There's a hotel, there's a motorbike, there's a plant, there's the flesh of a petrified being. But yeah, that's what that is. This is literally, I'm just pointing at stuff and saying what it is. What did the petrified dragons and things live on top of when they were alive? That is a question that very, very few people in this world have the answer to, and I am not one of them. I do not know. This dog is cute, yeah, very. You say that the deities are demons because they look scary. I didn't say they're demons. They just obviously are demons, right? Like, obviously, like anyone with any discernment can see that those statues were demonic. It's like they're not, like, it's just obvious. But why are you so consumed in material? All I do on this account is help people. So I don't know where you got. What do you think my page is? Do you see me like driving around in Ferraris and like what do you think I'm doing? You sure you're not just projecting? Are cats spiritual beings? Yeah. Cats are cool because they'll just leave the room in the middle of you stroking them. I said this before as well. Be like a cat because they'll just leave the room while you're stroking them. Be like a cat. You still love your cat and it doesn't give a shit about being polite or anything. Cat doesn't care. Cat's just like, oh, come when I come and I'll leave when I leave. And then you still love your cat. You love your cat more than you love people. Do you know what's cool about animals? They don't try and hide themselves. There's no mask. Animals are just cool. They're just chill. They're just themselves. They don't know how to be fake. So the earthquakes are from the dragons? No, I don't think that's what that is. I think it's some sort of technology. But yeah, cool. It's been nice chatting, but I'm going to go now and do something else. I don't even know what. My body's just saying we've streamed. No, we're done with the stream. But it's been really fun chatting. And hopefully we will talk again soon. Next time I'm in a different place. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing in terms of travel. So stay, please. Well, my body's saying stop, so it's time to go. But yeah, cool. It's been nice talking anyway, so have a great evening, everybody.